Hey babe, welcome to Boss Less, Babe More. This is your go-to podcast for burnout girlies ready to align their brand and business. I'm Grace, alignment coach and Akashic record reader.
And I'm Rekha, designer and brand strategist. Together, we're here to share what it really takes to build a brand and business that feels aligned, supportive, and actually sustainable.
Get valuable insight from two recovering boss babes and a chance to sit in the hot seat so you can receive on-the-spot brand clarity or coaching from women who get it.
Not to mention, exclusive invites to our Brand Rebirth Intensives and retreats.
So if you're ready to unboss a little, soften a lot, and build a life and brand that reflects something real,
we are overjoyed to welcome you to our wholesome, quirky, and wildly transformational corner of the internet.
Hey babes, welcome back to today's episode. Today we are going to be talking about how we operate from the Boss Less Babe More philosophy. In our daily lives, in society, we have no models for how we can boss less and babe more, how women can operate in business from a space of softness.
Yes. It's structured in a way where the goal setting, the any of the planning, any of the systems are modeled after a really masculine framework, right? So even if you are a person who, let's say, is a little more intuitive personally, the business world doesn't quite operate that way. And I'm sure there's a handful of businesses that do model that and work on that, but it is not the standard. It is not in any way, shape, or form something we see frequent enough to even know that it's possible. We just operate out of the same kind of hustle mindset because that's literally the only thing in front of us, right? So
absolutely. And we become accustomed to thinking that that's how we should be operating, which honestly becomes a bigger problem the more that you try to apply yourself to that model. Because, I mean, listen to the past few episodes, guys. We talk about all of the issues that arise whenever we're coming from that masculine grind. And again, we're not saying that we don't boss. Right. We still put effort, time, energy, or resources into our businesses.
Absolutely.
But there's a balance, there's a harmonization that comes between the bossing and the babing. So we've drilled this into you by now.
Yes.
We hope you understand. It's a balance between the two.
Yes, absolutely.
So whenever we get together, whenever we work, and also in the way that we work with clients, we absolutely take bossing and babing very seriously. And that's kind of paradoxical, isn't it? We take it very seriously.
Yes.
But really, whenever we connect on the days that we're working together,
I don't think there's a time you do not arrive at this space without a cooler.
Yeah.
She just rolls in, and who knows what kind of magic she's going to pull out of her magical cooler. But absolutely, snack first, drink tea, drink beautiful homemade kombucha, and sit for a second. And even though we have a strategy document of what we're going to talk about for the podcast and how we see the content unfold, even though that exists, we sit down and talk about how it feels today to put that into real words. How this is a thing that we want to get to, and there is a plan. I mean, I know we meander here a little bit off and on, but there is a plan of how we want to guide you through certain content and certain information that we would love for you to hear and really take into consideration in your businesses. But it's still based on that day's flow, where we are and who we are and how we can show up for that content. And sometimes a little bit, maybe not all of it, but a little bit actually does get rewritten. Like, does that feel right? Does that sound right? We wrote that a couple of weeks ago. Is that still really how we want to present that? So I would say that's a very beautiful example of bossing and babing at the same time. We're getting the content done, but we're really checking in with how will that feel when it actually comes out of our mouths.
Absolutely. And it also depends on where we're showing up, not only in our lives, but also like how are our bodies showing up? Where are we at in our cycle?
Yeah.
Because that changes the entire energy of how we show up.
For sure.
For working, and also for recording.
Yeah.
And that's just, whenever we give each other space for that, for our bodies to body.
Yeah. We are bossing, bathing, and bodying.
Yeah, we are so embodied, aren't we? Whenever we allow for all of that to exist and hold each other in that container of whatever you are today, whatever you're coming to the table with today, however you're feeling today, whatever your energy levels are today, whatever is inspiring you today, whatever's weighing on you today, like the more we are like, okay, this is the fullness of what we're showing up with, that is why our content gets juicier.
Yeah.
Because if we need to diverge from the original path that we had set out in our content strategy, then we're going to flow with that.
Yeah.
And let's talk about kind of like how we operate with time, because I think that this is a very feminine thing that we do as well. We were working together yesterday and today, and yesterday we came to this conclusion that there's some kind of magic that we operate with time. First of all, we say that time doesn't exist. But we always will have a certain time that we plan on meeting and getting together to do our work. And a lot of times that time ends up getting changed, like getting pushed later, or, hey, I'm going to be 5-10 minutes late, or whatever it is. And somehow, regardless of what new time we're going to end up meeting at, we always end up being there at the same time.
At the same exact time. I mean, we literally pull behind each other's cars in front of the house the same exact time.
Magic.
It's magic.
Absolute magic. And it's like we are so in tune with one another, regardless of like you're off in your life doing your things, running your errands. I'm off in my life doing whatever it is that I'm doing. And life is happening. Sometimes that causes us to not be exactly here at 2 p.m. or whatever it is, right? And still we show up at the exact right time.
So I think, to me, while I don't know that much about, why time is not real, I just feel that it isn't. And all of the people who know me who are listening, they just like, oh, that's Rika. Time is not real for her. But I'm hoping that I'm gonna get everybody on my side, and eventually everybody will just be like, okay, she's actually correct. While I don't believe it's real or it doesn't exist, the fact that we show up at the same time gives me this idea that the alignment is there to do the work. Absolutely. So like, I don't want to call that time. I don't know what to call it, but something about it works. So while I don't believe time is real, showing up or doing the work, I think is real. Like something in that is intuitively just kind of magical.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's so fun. And then today we were both on time.
Yeah, on the exact time that we originally discussed being here. And then we both show up exactly on time. And that's beautiful too.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, whenever I'm running a few minutes late, like the other day, I was helping my neighbor get his lawnmower unstuck from out of his ditch.
I'm almost to the point now that I don't even need to tell you. I mean, I do want to inform you because that's the right thing to do, but it's like, I just know we're going to show up at the same time. So do I even need to tell you that currently running behind? But it's funny when I say that and you're like, yep, me too, or vice versa. Like, okay, perfect.
There's no stress in it. Like, there's so much stress for me that can come from like always needing to be early. Like, early is on time is late is on time for tomorrow. That mentality is...
What's that mean?
Yeah. So we kind of do like this pura vida kind of experience where it's like, life happens. We're human beings. We'll show up. We're completely dedicated and devoted to showing up and doing the work. But if we need to get a neighbor unstuck from the ditch, or if we need to run an extra errand because if we don't have time this afternoon, then we're not going to have time at all today. Like we give each other the space to still do that.
And I feel like afterwards, if I get the things done that like yesterday specifically, I had all these things on my task list. I can come in with a cleaner mindset, like, okay, now I can work on all these things because it's not another open tab or something that did not get closed. But I also think the last 2 episodes were both over an hour long. So it's not like we didn't phone it in. We may have arrived later than we originally planned. But then we recorded, I don't know, like multiple hours. And you guys got the edited down, like still hour plus long episodes, right? So there's still content. There's still things we want to say, but it's just not rushed and it has the space to exist and just kind of, settle into your bones. And I'm watching the listens, and both of those episodes have almost the same exact number of listens. Like, people didn't tap out after mine, like, shit, this was an hour plus long, I'm not doing it. Like, they're just as interested in tuning into your interview, So I feel like it's working.
And it really tells us as well that y'all are hungry for being able to operate from this space. And again, while we don't have everything figured out,
hell no.
We've really come to, and I mean, we've been working together for a minute now, so we're starting to find this flow between us that actually works really, really well. And we're still learning how to do this more effectively, and because sometimes whenever we're in the babing, you just need more time. There's something about the feminine where it's like we just need a little extra time. And whenever that space is granted, oh my gosh, I feel like we just go into full bloom. And we feel that this is how women operate. So you, women who are listening, if you just had a little bit more time and space to be held in all that you are, how would you bloom?
Oh, yeah. Where would you go? What would you do? That's a good question.
So whenever we notice that we are falling out of balance, maybe we should talk about this. We always will take a pause and reevaluate. Yesterday was not the easiest work day.
No.
It really, actually,
it's quite stressful.
Yeah, we're gonna laugh and cry about it all at the same time because it was a little rough, and I think
it was not flowing.
It wasn't flowing. It did kind of feel pressure happening, and we parted ways at the end of it, and we were like, wait a second, I think we need to reevaluate this. And we recorded an entire episode yesterday, and it's now in the garbage pail, and it's totally fine. And we're like, you know what, we're gonna come on and be much more authentic in our shares. So that's what we're devoted to. We're devoted to sharing our very human experiences with you and to show you a model. It may not be the model, but it is a model that if you take it to heart, if you apply it to your life, if you work to embody even 1% of the things that we talk about, you're going to find your ability to soften is there and available for you, but also not in a way that sacrifices your abundance or your ability to be in this entrepreneurial field.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing that's really missing from the balance of the bossing and the babing. Like, we all have to pay our bills and do the things that we're doing. But, are you even enjoying what you're doing? And are you experiencing the full depth of that whole entire process as a female entrepreneur? Like, are you really getting everything out of it versus just, I'm constantly in hustle mindset. I'm constantly running around. I'm constantly burned out. I'm constantly, plug in your version of whatever that extra bossing is. But the juicy benefit of like really lining it up is you get the full depth. You really get to experience life, experiencing the business, experiencing, let's say you're selling products, just people enjoying it, talking about it, having a service where you're shifting someone's whatever situation from A to B. Like, that's really magical as a human to kind of have that impact. And I didn't work for that many people or that many companies. I really enjoy being a freelancer. I don't think I'm a particularly good employee. And some of it, I think, is that babying. Like, I want to have that. You can't operate a business where you work from 9 to 5 and I'm like, well, today it's going to be 9:30 or 10 because and okay, that's that company's prerogative, but I don't want to operate that way. That doesn't feel in alignment to me. And sometimes it does mean that I read an email or do something on the weekend where I don't say I do, right? Like, it's not something that anybody knows, but okay, there was some sort of bossing that I did behind the scenes because I needed to get it done or get the thing off of my plate, but it was balanced out properly. Like, actually getting that thing off of my mind was more beneficial so I could bathe better or softer, right? So that balance can be determined by me instead of someone else, which is kind of nice. Which, for all the people that want to work the 9 to 5 and have that container or one structure in a certain way, like that's their bossing part where they want that, like, amazing. But as a female entrepreneur in 2025, I feel like that's not really the way for us to move forward in society.
Yeah.
So.
And I will say also, the way that you and I operate together, the way that we have found our flow in the balance of bossing and babing, I leave our work days feeling so nourished, so supported, so seen, so appreciated. It's just such a satisfying work experience where it's like I didn't even really feel like I worked.
Yeah.
Even though we got so much work done. And that is something that I would love for all women to be able to experience in their lives, because it's possible. It just takes some shifting out of the old ways that we think we should be doing business.
So if you don't want to experience the burnout or the broken out skin, or, the sleep thing is so big for me. I was never, ever a good sleeper. And there's probably a handful of people who are listening and know it was just kind of this running joke, like Reiko is a robot. And while at the time it seemed funny, I'm like, that is so sad. That is so sad that it was like I could run on so little sleep for a while, where my body could kind of handle that pressure better. Right now I'm like, are you kidding me? Everything coming out of my mouth is like a hot jumbled mess. Nothing makes sense. I forgot this, I forgot that, right? Like, I think for a while I could hold it together. So it seemed like that was a possible way to go. But, we both know like that, not only it's not long-term, but eventually it will just lead to health issues and your hair falling out and, mental. Trying to find good juicy statistics for you guys to scare you into bathing more because of how much like mental health stuff is there, or how women are burned out more.
Also, have you ever had like a really stressful month at work and then you have the worst period ever?
Oh my gosh, yes.
And like you get a massive zit right between your eyebrows and it's like super centered.
Your third eye.
It's your third eye. And then it's like, oh great. This is the frosting on the cake, right? And gosh, it's just awful operating from that space. And we've all done it.
Oh, for sure.
But then after you maybe have created a pattern of that as your norm, you start having low tolerance to having that be your baseline norm, because it's exhaustive. It's not sustainable.
Yes.
So if you want to have a business that you're running it's not running you, we really need to take into account your stress levels and how much balance you are creating between bossing and babing.
Absolutely.
So, my friends, if you are tired of experiencing these unnecessary norms in business, if you're burnout, if you are having a bad period because you're so stressed,
you have a third eye that you didn't want.
Third eye that's open in a bad way. And if you're really ready, you're ready for softness, if you're ready to push the easy button, if you want support, and if you want to sit with women who can really hold you to your core, who can also be so stoked and passionate about your mission, just as stoked as you are, then we are opening up a 3-day container called the Brand Rebirth. More juicy details are going to be coming next week. But in the meantime, you can check out our website, bosslessbabemore.com. And the link is in the description. You can apply to have a 1-hour consultation with us. And we would love to connect with you and hear what's going on in your business, or if you have an intended business, or maybe you just have a big idea and a big dream that you would love to share with us. Go ahead and go to our website, bosslessbabemore.com, and fill out that application to have a 1-hour consultation with us. And again, all the juicy details about the Brand Rebirth Intensives are coming next week. So please stay tuned. Give us a follow. And we are so excited that you're joining us every week. And thank you so much for sharing all of your incredible feedback with us. It's so exciting to hear that y'all are excited hearing us yap every week.
And every time you guys send me a message, if you don't know Grace or don't follow Grace, I screenshot and send it to her. So don't worry. She is aware of all of your excitement and just feeling like, oh, I just tuned in, or this was so good. And, I love watching the numbers and seeing that you guys are checking it out and it's resonating. Because this is kind of why we did it. I mean, we can talk into the void and operate ourselves out of this mindset. But if we can just maybe start having this conversation on a larger local / hopefully global level eventually, then it was all worth it.
Absolutely. We are here to empower women, period. And so if you're finding value in the magic that we're bringing into the world via Boss Less Babe More, we would be so honored if you could share this with other women in your life so that they can also get little tidbit of that magic. So until next time, don't forget to boss less, babe more.